discussion as far as like the story behind these guys. So let's go ahead and get right into this game. Over here in the upper right, potentially the best Zerg in Southeast Asia. Make some noise for Sen. And sharing the top, one of the fastest improving Protosses in the pro gaming scene, residing currently in Korea and participating in the GSL. Make some noise for Naniwa. Can I just say, this has actually been one of the funnest audiences.
They've been pretty good.
You guys have been great.
What a bunch of good sports out there.
All right. So, a few things. First of all, they're very close by air. So, if Protoss does go mutalisks in the mid game, that could be pretty tricky for. Excuse me, if the Zerg goes for mutalisks in the mid game, it could be pretty tricky for the Protoss. And it's also a map where the Protoss is generally required to fast expand. I mean, you could, hypothetically do a one base build. But at the same time, it's a situation where it's very easy to fast expand, so all the Protosses do it. Generally, if you can get away with a fast expand, you should try to do that over a one-base build. General rule of thumb.
And there's already something that's happened that is extremely high level from Naniwa here. He actually went down, built his 9 pylon, and then instead of scouting after it like we almost always see, he decided to go back and mine with it. Now, you might not think that one probe means a lot, but it has allowed him to go Nexus first here safely. And unless Sen had randomly gone for a very quick spawning pool, which Sen is not at all known for in this matchup, this was a very smart move by Naniwa, already showing that he's planned for this match quite deeply.
Yeah, he is a very calculated player. You can learn a lot about a good player by just seeing how tight his build orders are. Build orders.
God.
Oh, what? Let's see how tight this build order is.
I tell you what, Sen right now is making 8 Zerglings. They just popped out. 2 more on the way. Naniwa could be in a ton of trouble here.
Does this actually work?
This works.
I guess it does. The point here for the Protoss is that they want to wall themselves in.
And there you go, the Evolution Chamber. What this does is it can finish. It's cheap. And once it finishes, when you kill it, a bunch of Broodlings come out. So very smart move by Sen here. This is going to be a very tense moment. When these Zerglings get in, Naniwa is not going to be happy.
This should be a very short game. It's a risky strategy. And as you can see, canceled again. And it looks like now he is just going to focus on attacking in there with his Zerglings since the wall-in does not quite work. Naniwa's got to control his probes so well right now. This is actually a strategy we really rarely ever see.
Man.
It's so impressive. He's in. He's breached the base. He's going up into the main.
A lot of probes did go down there. A lot of Zerglings are in the main base. Naniwa is in so much trouble right now. It's really hard to even comprehend. He might even die to this one attack.
Yeah, I mean, this is so difficult to recover from, especially somebody like Sen, who's got such good control. Goodbye, pylon. Well, maybe goodbye, probes. Excuse me. He just needs to make sure he keeps as many Zerglings alive. It continues to maneuver around, making the probes attack instead of mine. Every probe not mining is a lot of money that's lost. It's pretty huge. He will get the pylon here, and this may actually will drop the supply considerably.
Naniwa cannot be happy with this. Sen has given up very little to be able to do this, and in fact,
oh my God, he's making a hatchery.
He's going to make a hatchery in the main base. Sen being an absolute baller right now. If that hatchery does not get scouted, Naniwa's going to be in a lot of trouble.
And, there's a high chance with all this confusion going on, Naniwa might have not caught that drone moving.
Yes,
that's a real thing that happens even to the best of the best, is when you're just this caught up and just trying to hunt down the Zerglings. When the probe disappears, you might have thought you killed it when you were just back at your expansion making stuff, when in fact, another hatchery is on the way over here.
Now all he has to do is keep these Zerglings alive. It's going to keep Naniwa's attention on them instead of scouting his own base. You're not going to scout your own base when there's Zerglings in it. You're just going to focus on trying to kill them off. So as long as he has these 3 alive, Tasteless, it is a huge, huge deal. I love that Sen is actually making a hatchery here.
Unbelievable. I don't even know where it's going to go from here. He is getting a Roach Warren. So it looks like he wants to get some Roaches over there because, of course, the Zealot's not going to be very strong against Roaches. One Zergling still alive.
He's got to keep that Zergling alive. Really, Not even about the damage anymore. It's about keeping Naniwa occupied. It does go down. Now, will Naniwa scout his base? Uh-oh, the hatchery is done.
He sees the creep.
Right now, we do have a queen making at that hatchery. He's going to want it for larva injects. And as that roach warren finishes, 3 roaches will be on the way. Another zealot is being chronoboosted out, but a couple of zealots against 3 roaches is just no good.
I got to say, this is going to be a moment where we're really going to see how good Naniwa is at thinking on his feet. This is not something you get to really practice against. And, I mean, when that queen comes out and larva injects that hatchery, that, I think, might be the beginning of the end. That's going to be very, very tough for Naniwa to hold on. And Roach is coming out. Remember, they're very strong against zealots.
That zealot having to run away, trying to make some cannons right now, but that is 3 roaches and a queen. All the probe's going to come down, but there is no way he's going to take out these roaches right now.
Oh, my God. He's going for the pylons. Remember, a lot more roaches are about to pop out. The cannon being attacked.
Beautiful job with these roaches right now. He's larva injected the hatchery. A lot more units are on the way, but Naniwa cannot keep this up forever. He can't just make cannons nonstop. And in fact, this one cannon going to be picked off. Those roaches doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. These pylons getting low. No, he's backing up, but right now Naniwa's losing a lot of probes.
Naniwa trying so hard to hold on, using his stalkers and micro to the best of his ability. These roaches, though, they are so deadly. As soon as they catch up those stalkers, they will deal huge amounts of damage. And, I mean, this is just too much damage, Tasteless. Naniwa is in so much trouble here.
I have to say Naniwa is doing a good job controlling those stalkers, but here's another problem. Those stalkers can't be 2 places at once, and no way in hell are those roaches behind the minerals going to be stopped. The stalker is about to go down. The 3rd base being taken.
Sen right now is a huge amount of drones, 55 against 25 probes. He's absolutely dominating Naniwa at the moment. But Naniwa is trying to hold on. He's trying to find some way to come back here, but losing more probes, that is not the way to do it.
All right, the probe's being taken out, and honestly, Naniwa is just hanging on by a thread. If he can somehow get rid of this hatchery, that would do it. But Sen's being really smart. He's making sure the roaches are really split up, so that there's really no way for Naniwa to ever focus on that hatchery. Also note Sen at 93 supply to Naniwa's 38.
Well, this is just looking pretty bad, man. I mean, he's going to clean up the roaches. He's going to clean up the hatchery, no doubt, as well. But in the meantime, Sen is getting absolutely everything at home. I mean, he has a ton of drones. In fact, he is about to be at 78 drones against just a measly 30 probes. He's got 3 base against 2. This is the most terrible circumstance that Protoss can be in.
I gotta say, though, Naniwa's doing a good job staying alive. I just don't know, even if he holds this off, where do you go from here,
Not very far, man.
Not very far, I think.
And, I mean, these last 10 units, he's trying to do what he can with them, but notice he's not making anything else out of the hatchery. He realizes one factor, and then he starts some things out of the hatchery. Just trying to keep his opponent busy right now. I mean, the supply, 106 to 48. Naniwa has been doubled. He has no real tech to speak of, just making warp gates right now.
Oh my God, he's about to take the entire right side of the map here. And he's actually making overlords out of there to try to send them outside. Probably a reprehensible decision to do that. Naniwa, this is the moment we're going to see if Naniwa can climb that mountain that is Sen, with Sen having such a massive lead. Sen being so good, it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, for him to recover. But we'll see. Naniwa is a very talented player.
Well, Sen with this many bases, this many drones. In fact, he just started 15 roaches at once while getting +1 melee, speed, roach speed, and +1 armor. I mean, he is just so many worlds ahead of Naniwa right now. The creep spread is starting to come out. I'm trying to figure out what Naniwa is going to do. He's getting his Twilight Council probably for Blink. If he goes DTs, that's about as all in as you can get. But that might be one of his best chances.
So basically all Sen has to do is start making roaches, upgrading stuff. It's really up to Naniwa to figure out how to get out of this position. Sen has such a massive lead, it's going to be incredibly difficult for Sen to lose this. Oh my God, really? Okay, he's going to expand again.
Sen just taking the whole map. He knows how far ahead he is right now. Looks like he's going to map own Naniwa here. Naniwa, in the meantime, not really getting anything once his Twilight Council finished. I'm really beginning to wonder what he's planning to do with that. He has made 3 more roaches with his last larva in that base. Of course, he's not going to do too much damage.
All right, the Roach is now moving out, and that's really just to keep the Stalkers inside the base and not moving outside, being active on the map. As Sen is getting bigger and better in this game. Sentries are out. He's Chrono boosting out +1 attack. The Lings just spill up. Oh, man, and the Roach is coming here cleaning this up. I think Sen actually might be able to kick in the front door.
It does look like a couple good force fields going off, but Naniwa's main army being destroyed. He's down by over 100 supply right now. And as these force fields wear off, I mean, he still has a lot more sentries, so he's going to hold on here. Naniwa not wanting to give up, but the supply is 73 to 168. And that's a gigantic difference. It's going to be 5 bases against 2. It's an insurmountable position here. I mean, he's about to pop a Spire. Then we're going to see about 20 mutas put into production.
Yeah, literally 20 mutas.
Yep, that's going to happen. We're going to see it.
That's our reality right now. He's going to get 20 mutas. Now, here's the truth, is that assuming that Naniwa loses this, and any logical person in the world would say Naniwa should lose this, he's going to be in a very bad state of mind going into game number 2. Talk about a frustrating uphill battle that he lost.
Indeed, but if he can keep his mind free of that, he can always say to himself, okay, Sen has to be a little bit nervous. He had me dead forever, but I didn't die. And that's always something nice to be able to do.
All right, nice job here with the force field, keeping this out. Is he going to get that cybernetics core? That would be pretty huge. I mean, no more Stalkers.
Oh my god.
And he's going to get the Forge as well.
He was throwing away supply. There are 27 mutalisks in production right now. 30 mutalisks in production. He's trying to lose units. 33 mutalisks in production. Sen actually wants to lose all these units, Aces.
All right, so get ready for a lot of mutas to be on the map.
Oh my god. That is a murder of mutas if I ever saw one.
That is like just so many mutalisks. I can't really believe it.
Oh, dude.
He took out the cybernetics core too, so he can't even make any Stalkers. And Gateway's not powered. Wow, this is actually one of the scariest games I've ever seen from Sen.
Sen right now has 40 mutas. I'm just going to let that sink in. There are 13 Stalkers and 5 sentries out. Now, I'm not the greatest mather, but 40 mutas are about to fly into his base.
Watch this.
Look at it. He's clumping them as tight as he can. Sen is showing off right now.
That's it.
Oh.
He got a glimpse of the mutas, and that was where it ended.
Wow.
Man, I have not seen a game like that from Zerg player in quite some time.
You know, if we look back at what happened, Naniwa did a very greedy economic build. He went for a Nexus first, and then he went ahead. He got like a second pylon. He got his Forge. He was being as greedy as you can be, but Sen drone scouted and then punished him for it. He saw, oh, what are you doing? Okay, I'll throw down a hatchery, make a bunch of Lings, and run in there. There's no way you're going to be able to wall off, and my Lings are going to get in. And Lings against probes, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it is, the hatchery blocking that and everything. That was great, but the fact that he kept that momentum going, and to be frank, I think almost no Protoss in the world, whether it be MC or Sage or anybody else, would have gotten out of that, to be frank. I mean, that was pretty much a checkmate position, especially against somebody like Sen. And what a great way to end that game with the Mutalisks like that. Just perfect play. I'm really impressed. We are going to wait for game number 2.